I take notice of the planetary alignments. So as the moon and the sun and all the planets move through the solar system, they cross through various zodiac signs. And I always observe where they are in the night sky, and I always observe what zodiac sign they're passing through. Now, if you're interested in zodiac signs and you're interested in the solar system and the history of astrology, you can go to my website and it's all on there. All you've got to do is do a search for it. But also on Facebook, if you look my name up on Facebook, you'll find my page on Facebook. And whenever the alignment is happening, whenever the moon or the sun or the planets are moving past a zodiac sign, I give you that alignment on the day that it happens, so that you can then look into the different affinities for that sign. Today is the day of the Aries Stellium. 5 celestial bodies gathered in the final degrees of Aries creates a profoundly intense and urgent fire. This is not the fresh spark of early Aries. This is the great blaze before the ember cools into earth. Taurus waits just days away, promising stillness, groundedness, and consolidation. But right now, on April the 15th, the ram is making its final, most powerful charge. There is a sacred deadline quality to this sky. Everything Aries represents, courage, identity, new beginnings, the self in its purest form, is reaching a crescendo before handing the baton to something slower and more enduring. The sun at 25 degrees Aries is in its final sprint through the sign. Conscious will and identity are burning bright, but with an awareness that this chapter is closing. The energy calls for decisive action, not tomorrow, today. The moon in mid-April carries a different emotional signature than March. Depending on its exact position on the 15th, the emotional body is likely in late, fixed, or early mutable energy, adding either stubborn feeling or relentless sensitivity to the fiery mix. Either way, emotions feel purposeful and directional. Venus in late Aries is passionate, direct, and beautifully impatient. In these final degrees, Venus isn't waiting around to be courted. She knows what she wants and she's moving toward it. Relationships and desires that have been simmering may reach a pivotal, declarative moment. Saturn in late Aries is especially significant here. Saturn in the final degrees of a sign carries the weight of lessons being integrated. Everything Saturn has been teaching about discipline, structure, and sustainable ambition in Aries is now asked to be applied, not just understood. This is graduation energy for the disciplined self. Neptune in late Aries dissolves the boundary between personal will and cosmic purpose one final time before this cycle ends. Inspiration here feels like spiritual summons. Dreams and visions have a raw physical urgency. They want to become real, and they want it now. This alignment speaks of a pivotal closing that is simultaneously an opening. The message is, finish what the fire started so the earth can build upon it. The April 15th stellium is about driving these stakes into the ground, committing, declaring, and making something real before the season turns. This is a beautiful tension between Neptune's boundless vision and Saturn's insistence on form. Together they ask you to take your most inspired dream and give it bones. Venus adds a deeply personal dimension. This isn't abstract ambition, it's about what your heart is reaching for. The late Aries Venus suggests that in love, creativity, and self-worth, a moment of courageous honesty is at hand. The overarching gift of this sky is clarity through urgency. When time feels short, what truly matters rises to the surface. The noise falls away. April 15th offers a rare window of fierce, focused knowing. Themes we can work with: completion and commitment, finalizing something you've been building since the equinox; courageous declarations, integrating discipline with inspiration; Saturn and Neptune asking you to make the dream structural; urgency as a gift, letting the approach end of the season sharpen your focus rather than scatter. This is fire at its most concentrated. Not the first match struck, but the forge at full heat. Whatever you commit to under this sky carries the full force of everything Aries has ignited in you. Act before the earth calls the flame.